Legislation for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise today in support of H.R. 3221, which is the Securing Access to Affordable Mortgages Act, which was introduced in July of this year. Buying and owning a home is central to the American dream. We all know that. Unfortunately, for many first-time homebuyers, it's more challenging than ever to access the money necessary to reach this important milestone. The Securing Access to Affordable Mortgage Act of 2017 will undo burdensome regulations and level the playing field for those in hopes of buying a home, particularly in our rural communities. Under the current law, lenders of high-priced mortgage loans are required to obtain a full appraisal from a licensed or certified appraiser. This legislation simply removes the appraisal requirement on primary residences for loans that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau considers to be high-priced loans. This would apply to homes that are under $250,000 and held in portfolio by a creditor for at least 3 years. The primary cause of this problem is that many rural communities, like in my district in West Tennessee, lack the adequate number of qualified appraisers. In fact, according to a study conducted last December by the Appraisal Institution, the number of active real estate appraisers decreased by nearly 12% from 2012 to 2016. Under current standards, the cost associated with an appraisal on a small real estate loan are disproportionately high for the property's purchase price. Community banks, credit unions, and other small financial institutions are strained by these regulations and forced to bring in outside appraisers who have little to no knowledge of the rural areas that they are hired to assess. This past July, the Financial Institution and Consumer Credit Subcommittee held a hearing entitled Examining Legislative Proposals to Provide Targeted Regulatory Relief to Community Financial Institutions. During the hearing, I asked representatives from the credit unions and independent banking industry how this legislation would provide much needed relief to certain communities. Both of these representatives agreed that community financial institutions know their local real estate market far better than someone who is not familiar with the area. Very simply, this legislation would empower these community financial institutions to serve their purpose and do what they do best, which is to serve the needs of their local community. I want to thank the committee for all of its hard work, and I urge all of my colleagues to support this important legislation. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.